My name is Marcus Arana. I'm also called Holy Old Man Bull. And I'm here to greet you. I'm here to say a few words with you and to you, and to share an invocation. And there's a whole lot that we could invoke right now with what's going on in the world. I'm here primarily because I'm Abba Mutsun Aloni, and we are all standing on stolen land, unceded, never given up by treaty, never given away, and yet taken from us. So although my land is actually the Santa Cruz, Carmel, Monterey area, I'm here on behalf of my cousins, who are the Ramaytush Ohlone, and you should know their names. And when we do a land acknowledgement, sometimes it feels performative, and I just want you to think about something. What if I walked over and I grabbed your camera? And you said, well, that's mine. And I said, yeah, I know it's yours, and I kept it. Or your cell phone, or your car keys, or your house, or your land. How would you feel? That's what occupation is. And it happened in this country, still happens in this country, and it's happening across the world. So on behalf of our ancestors of this place, Yalamu, I ask you to please be a good visitor while you're here and leave it better than you find it. And remember that we are living people. We are still alive, we are still here, we have not gone away, we have not been killed off, and we will continue. So please treat our land with respect and love. Thank you. I'm really sad that I have to keep showing up every year to do this. And this is the 22nd, 23rd year that I've participated in this event, and probably at least the 15th, if not the 20th, that I've been asked to say something at the beginning, and I'm tired of it. And I look to history because I'm a historian, and I became inspired by Langston Hughes, who was talking about a different time and place, but a lot of the same issues. You know, why are these people being taken from us? It's not because they're trans, it's because people are transphobic, and they're sexist. So I was inspired by this poem by Langston Hughes, who was an African-American poet from the jazz era and through the beat generation, and he wrote into the 1960s and 70s about change and social change for Black people. And as queer folk, I think we draw a lot of inspiration from the Black civil rights movement and learned a lot of lessons from those who showed us how to get laws passed and how to change hearts and minds. So I wanted to read this by Langston Hughes for you to consider with the world situation as it is. This is for the kids who die. Black and white, for kids will certainly die. The old and rich will live on a while, as always, eating blood and gold, letting kids die. Kids will die in the swamps of Mississippi organizing sharecroppers. Kids will die in the streets of Chicago organizing workers. Kids will die in the orange groves of California telling others to get together, whites and Filipinos, Negroes and Mexicans. All kinds of kids will die who don't believe in lies and bribes and contentment and a lousy peace. Of course, the wise and the learned who pen editorials in the papers, and the gentlemen with doctor in front of their names, white and black, who make surveys and write books, will live on weaving words to smother the kids who die. And the sleazy courts and the bribe-reaching police and the blood-loving generals and the money-loving preachers will all raise their hands against the kids who die, beating them with laws and clubs and bayonets and bullets to frighten the people. For the kids who die are like iron in the blood of the people. And the old and rich don't want the people to taste the iron of the kids who die, don't want the people to get wise to their own power, to believe in themselves, or ever get together. Listen, kids who die, maybe now there will be no monument for you except in our hearts. Maybe your bodies will be lost in a swamp or a prison grave or the potter's field or the rivers where you're drowned. But the day will come, you assure yourselves that it is coming, when the marching feet of the masses will raise for you a living monument of love and joy and laughter And black hands and white hands clasped as one in a song that reaches the sky, the song of a new life triumphant through the kids who die. We've got to do better. And I know that for most of you, I look out and I see my children and my grandchildren, and I feel so sad. And what I have to say to you is we worked for decades to get laws passed, and the bad stuff that's happening now is a backlash against the success of the people who came before you. And it's time that you have got to put your boots on and join the fight and the fray and never, ever give up and never, ever say no, because nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible if you put your heart and your mind to it and you come from a place of love and compassion and gratitude and forgiveness and you fight. To coin a phrase that's been oversaid, you fight like hell. So I want to end with an invocation. And that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. We all come from different beliefs. Some of us believe in something, some of us believe in nothing, but it's all a belief system. It's either or nothing. But what we all share in common is ancestors. And what we all share in common is the mathematical miracle that would have us all living the same existence at the same time. If you think about the tens of thousands of generations that come before you, sitting here in this room is a beautiful, marvelous miracle. So I thank you for coming and being a part of it and bringing your love and your energy and your intention to leave here to do something better. So I ask you to call upon those who have come before us, those who will come after us. Call upon your ancestors, think of them. If you're able to stand, please do. If you're not able to, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, I have so many prayers I want to say for you. Oh, grandparents, those who come before us and those who come after us, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this moment of being together and sharing this space with love and beauty and sorrow for those who have left us too soon. We thank you for food and shelter and clean water and air to breathe. We thank you for love and family, for community and purpose. We ask you to watch over people who don't have these things. Watch over people in war-stricken areas. Watch over the babies of the world. Watch over the 7 generations to come. We are who 7 generations was waiting for, and they are who we are working for. So thank you for the opportunity to make life a better place for every single one who comes after us. Keep us safe from harm. Give us all that we need, and may we have enough to share with others. No son. Thank you so much for being here. I love you.